Hey guys, and welcome to the video. So here today I'm going to share with you just some information that has come out on the PS4 scene over the last couple of days or so, just to keep you guys updated. And before we continue, make sure that you hit that like button. It keeps me motivated and it helps support the effort to keep bringing you all kinds of different content across the channel. So we're going to start first with some information put out there by Al Azif. Now, you may know Al Azif as the guy who had one of the first and maybe the first exploit host menu for the PS4. It had the various firmwares that had been exploited in the menu, and then of course you can go there and pick all kinds of different payloads and whatnot. Well, apparently he has been able to update or adapt some payloads to work with 6.72. He posted it up here a couple of days ago, and then the link is here, and when you click on the link you're brought here and you can download the zip file. You can see here it does say untested. More on that in a minute, but when you open up the zip you will see several bin files there, which are the payloads that have been updated to work with 6.72. Now, they have not been tested yet, and I'm guessing this is because he doesn't have a 6.72 exploit, but many times with these types of homebrews and payloads, all you are waiting for is for the kexploit or the exploit or the CFW to update. We've seen this before in the past with PS3s and Switches and 3DSs, where the custom firmware or the hen or the kexploit updates first and then the homebrew updates, but there's very little the homebrew has to do in order to be ported to the updated custom firmware or kexploit or hen, and it seems like that's what was done here. So these homebrews and payloads should work exactly the same on 6.72 as they did on 5.05. They just needed to be tweaked a bit here and there so that they will work properly with 6.72 once it gets properly hacked. And of course, that is what we are waiting for, is that 6.72 hen kexploit. The other thing that's been updated here is the PS4 payload injector version 2.1. This is a program for Windows that allows you to directly inject payloads from your PC straight into your modded PS4. It supports all the firmwares that have a kernel exploit on the PS4, and they've updated it to work on 6.72, and you can see how it looks here. There are the different firmware exploits right there, and 6.72 has been added. So when that 6.72 exploit comes out, when that hen comes out, it'll be a payload, and then you can inject the payload right from here straight into your PS4, and then you'll have 6.72 hen on there, and then just go from there. So it's pretty nice to see that we're actually getting things like this updated before the kexploit comes out. Normally it's the other way around. You're used to seeing custom firmware coming out first, and then the hens and the exploits, and then the homebrews play catch up, and they have to update to that newest kexploit or custom firmware or whatever. But in this case, we're already starting to see payloads getting updated, this payload injector getting updated. So it's good to see that a lot of stuff is getting updated. They're ahead of the curve, so to speak, so that way when the hen comes out, we won't have to sit back and wait for all the homebrews to get updated. At least all the important ones, those homebrews and those payloads, should be ready to go. So I'm personally excited because this means that I'm going to be able here soon to start updating my own 5.05 exploit playground and adapt it to 6.72. I'm going to change it up a little bit, maybe the background and the title and stuff, but I am going to keep the icons. I may keep the layout the same because I kind of like the way everything is set up here, and I even have instructions and stuff like that set up. I have area that's dedicated just to the GTA 5 mod menus and things like that. So all of that will stay the same, but I'm going to start updating these payloads, and I'm going to do the same for the little ESP8266 Arduino boards. I have one, I take it with me. Obviously those are small and they can only hold a little bit of information, so you can only put some key payloads on there. But yeah, I haven't been able obviously to take my PS4 anywhere over the past few months due to what's going on in the world, but I'm going to be updating this as well here shortly. Again, these two are already on my GitHub page if you're interested in using them, but as soon as they get updated to 6.72, I will let you know. We are only waiting for that 6.72 hen goodness, and then it'll be go time. The games, let's just talk about that real quick again, because a lot of people are asking about the games and, you know, where are they and stuff like that. And I know most of you know how this works, but for those who don't, you can't dump the newer games unless you have a system that is modded on a firmware that the game requires, or, you know, a higher modded firmware. So for example, if there's a game that requires 650 firmware in order to work, your modded console has to be modded on 650 or higher. If it's not, then there's no way, not only can you play that game, there's no way that you can dump the game either. So once this 6.72 hen comes out, then we will start seeing all the games get dumped. Keep in mind that that is not going to happen overnight either. These games are large, they take a little bit of time to dump, but then they take possibly even a lot more time to upload somewhere. So I'm pretty sure that within the first few days, we're probably going to see all those big AAA titles, and then as time goes along over, you know, the following few weeks, we'll start seeing a lot more titles come out. But that's how it's going to work. Now, I'm going to maintain this list here. It's a list of games and their sizes in alphabetical order, and I will probably break it down by month. And when I say month, I mean by when I update the list. So the games that I update here on this list in the month of August will have their own little August section. So you know which ones I added to the list in the month of July and which ones I added in the to the list in the month of August. That way it keeps everything nice and organized. And I may do a video that serves purely as a placeholder. So the beginning of the video will show a date, and every time I update the list in the description, then I will change the date. So you can save that video to maybe one of your playlists or somewhere, and then whenever you look at it, if the date is more current from the last time you looked at the video or you watched it, then you know that I updated the list in the description, and you can check it, and it'll be broken down by month too whenever I updated it. So it'll be easy to find what I updated and when it happened. So yeah, I'll do these two. Maybe I'll do a Google Docs sheets thing, whatever, like that other person did, but I'm not sure about that one. But here on Discord and on that video, I'll definitely maintain the list, and this list will come not only from myself, but from you guys, from the community. And when I release that video, I'll give you more information, but we're looking for accurate information regarding the size of the base game, and then regarding the size of the updates and DLC. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for this video. You know, I appreciate you guys watching. I've dropped a few PS4 related videos here recently covering some more information in detail. So if you haven't checked those out, you might want to give them a look. If you found anything here informative, useful, helpful in any way, or you just want to throw some love or support towards the channel, you know the best way to support the efforts is just to click that like button, maybe subscribe if you haven't already. And again, you might want to hit that notification bell, because there is a lot we are expecting that is going to happen soon in the PS4 scene, and as it happens, I will be letting you guys know. Much love going out to everyone. Be careful, be safe, but have fun, and we will see you on the next one.
Hey!